All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what the issues were there, but we are able to go ahead and get back into the game here. And it looks like Flambeau A has already taken the lead here. Looks like we got, yeah, the Yasuo and Janna down in the bot lane working together. So kind of props for calling that one there. Does look like Janna's already got first buy. Interesting first pick there on the Trundle going for the health regen. Yi up in the top going for the recurve bow already. Riven's got to be careful here going in. She's 2 levels down compared to Yasuo. Going to go ahead and keep getting poked. Nice shield coming out from the Janna there. Again, I think one of the most important things, as we see an early Darius ultimate being used there, one of the hardest things for a lot of new players to League of Legends is, again, understanding some of the finer mechanics to the game. So some of those finer mechanics are being just focusing on last hitting the minions. The minions are the most important part of this. As we can see here, Yasuo went and dropped down that Cho'Gath. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ornn takes down Darius. The most important thing in the laning phase here, which is what we're in, is last hitting those minions. If you can last hit those minions, you're going to get a lot more gold, and it allows you to progress through your items and actually level up faster. If you just focus on getting kills the whole time, it's not going to end well. So, as you can see here already, looking down at some of the CSs down here in the bot lane here, you know, Yi has 7, Riven has 1, Janna sitting at 15, Yasuo's already at 21. So it's kind of hard figuring it out. It looks like they got 3-man going in the bot lane. Yi's kind of rotating around here. But again, focusing on last hitting those minions is more important. We see that Cho'Gath is really close. Don't think Cho's got ultimate. Cho does have ultimate, so if he wanted to, but no flash. See the Ornn Horn coming in here. Gonna go ahead and knock up the Darius. Darius could turn this. Might have the bleed. There it is. So that's going to be a nice 1v1 kill going up there into Ornn. So understanding, too, how your champions work. So, for instance here, Darius, once he's able to go ahead and stack those passives, if he gets 4 hits on you, you'll start to have a bleed going on. So that's going to be a little bit of continuous damage. And if you saw above the Ornn, there is the Noxus banner that came up above as well. He's going to go ahead and go down here. So that's going to be a nice kill going over to the side of, I assume, Flambeau B. But again, focusing on just last hitting the minions is going to be more important. Like Trundle right here needs to go ahead and use his turret to his advantage. Understanding just the mechanics of some of your champions are really important as well. So again, we see Yasuo going in. Jump on down. Really need to just focus on pushing these waves in, getting them under turret, giving yourself the advantage. So, and then this is going to be something to keep an eye on too here. So, looking at some of the gold. So, like Darius right here is sitting on about 1,300. Cho'Gath in the mid lane has about 1,800. Nice heal coming out from the Darius. There you can see the bleed going on, and then the Noxus symbol up there. So, but right here, like, oh, sorry, I thought that was 3,500. But, you know, sitting on 1,700 and stuff like that. It's okay to go ahead and back once in a while in order to go ahead and buy that next chunk to your item. Mordekaiser's going to be a little bit too aggressive here, taking too many turret shots. Nice job here. Both Ornn and Janna going for the Rift Herald. And since neither team has a jungler, you don't have to worry about a Smite steal. And the first Rift Herald doesn't do a lot of damage, so it's actually pretty easy to go ahead and take that down. Cho'Gath trying to get rid of this Janna. She's going to be able to shield up. Janna is the one with Rift Herald as well, so probably could look top lane. Probably could have just gone straight top and just dropped it off up there and really helped out Ornn. Probably could have almost taken first turret at this point. Janna's going to go ahead and rotate down to the bot side, which again does make sense. Oh, Cho'Gath getting caught out here by the Yi, and that's going to be all she wrote for the Cho. Nice stun coming out from Riven, but just not enough damage in order to back it up. Mordekaiser is going to try to help. Not going to be able to, though. A lot of heals coming out down here in the bot lane. There's going to be the flash coming out. Ooh, Janna's got to be careful here. You are squishy. She does have a completed redemption, though. So she could drop Rift Herald right now, and that would be smart. There we go. So now they need to focus on clearing this wave so that the Rift Herald is actually able to go ahead and get those slams there into the turret. Going to go ahead and get pulled in up under the turret. Shelly's able to go ahead and get one charge off, and that's going to be it. There's one turret plate down. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath is coming back into lane. The Janna ultimate coming down. Oh, does Cho'Gath has Feast. So all he's got to do is press R on her, and he went and used it on the Yasuo. So Cho'Gath needs to have the unit under 25% health. And if he's able to go ahead and use his Feast on her, then he's able to go ahead and regain a lot of health. And it actually increases his maximum health as well. So going to keep seeing a nice exchange here. Got to be careful that they're not taking turret shots. Yi getting caught out there. Meanwhile, the other Yi here going to go ahead and get the Trundle down there as well. So that's going to be a double kill now going over to, I think, Flambeau B. So again, the Yis are popping off here. Interesting item builds coming out here too. Darius probably doesn't need Merc Treads because really the only AP champion is Janna here. Although Trundle, well, that's not AP anymore. So this is another kind of weird one. So Trundle doesn't really give shields. This is more of a support item. First item that you would usually build on Trundle is probably Triforce. Depending on what build that you're going, that would be the one that I would go for first. Probably first item would be Tiamat's, and then build that into it, or even Sheen. Sheen would make sense too. Janna is building Redemption being the first one does work. A lot of the times, Redemption is probably your third item, with your first item being Ardent Sensor. The Moby boots are correct. That's a must-have on Janna. Allow you to just go ahead and cover the whole map there. Ornn coming out with the Sunfire Cape. This is perfect here. This is one of the most important items for Ornn, or the most worthwhile items, I guess I should say. So with Ornn's, once he hits that level 11 passive, and he can start upgrading some of his own material, this is like a 1,200 gold value when it ups. So there you can see the bleed got to Ornn there. Darius was able to go ahead and get quite a few stacks on it. Yes, Riven sitting here with no items, but sitting on 2,600 gold. So she could back right now and get at least something. There's the ultimate coming down. I mean, remember, these students are brand new to the game, so there are some small things that, sometimes... I will be honest, I remember my first few times picking up League, and yeah, it was not a quick learn for me. If you don't take the tutorial, like I just obviously just clicked through the tutorial, and then I was like, I'll learn trial by fire, and that is what happened as I was playing Annie. So I do like this. The triple Doran's blade coming out here from Flambeau B here. I like this. You're seeing this a lot here as far as like in the pro meta. Again, Riven just being a little bit too far out here. The Yi ultimate coming out. Gonna go ahead and get one. Gonna go ahead and be able to get two. Yeah, there it is. So that's going to be another double kill. So this Yi is getting quite beefy. I think this is going to be relatively close here. So Flambeau A has the objectives, but Flambeau B definitely has the fed Yi and a pretty fed Darius here. So as long as in the bot lane here, as long as they just kind of keep holding out, as they give another one up over to the Yasuo. Yasuo elected to go with Sterix Gauge first, which is kind of interesting. I don't think that's normal. I don't even know if Sterix Gauge is normally something that you build on Yasuo. Usually it's like Infinity Edge and like Essence Reaver and what is it, Phantom Dancer. Get your attack speed up and your crit damage. Meanwhile, this other Yi is just going to go ahead and try to chase Yi back to base here. Mordekaiser does have the finished Rylai's Crystal, though, so that's going to be helpful. Yeah, that Yasuo is pretty fed. Everybody fears an 11-0 Yasuo. The flash coming out. Yasuo going to take another turret shot here. Ornn's doing a pretty good job up here in the top lane, though. Has the turret down. You know, this is not an easy matchup. Playing Ornn into Darius. Again, we can see the Ornn horn coming out here. Ornn's trying to do the right thing here, where he's trying to use the walls and stuff to his advantage. Oh, the nice flash coming out. Not going to be enough. Ornn's doing a pretty good job here of CS, too. He's got a CS advantage. Oh, nice. Taking the pillar in. If Ornn's able to go ahead and get the clap on there, yeah, he's going to be really close. The nice regen there coming out from the Darius. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh. Darius just getting the regen off of that and able to go ahead and take it. Looks like Yi stayed a little bit too long there in the mid lane. It means Flambeau A is going to be able to go ahead and push up to this turret here. Ooh. Mordekaiser are going to go ahead and bring him into the Shadow Realm here. And that should just be... Oh, is he able to go ahead and get away? No, he is not. Mordekaiser might be able to go ahead and take down the Yi here if he doesn't... Oh, just misses. You know, before I can even finish my sentence, it already has happened, so... Darius electing to use the heal here in lane. Darius doesn't really need that. He went with the triple Doran shield here too. If he finishes the Black Cleaver, he'll be a lot better because his Q allows him to heal up too. So Darius heals for 15% of missing health. So Darius has a lot of sustain. He's got a lot of healing already in his kit. So don't necessarily need 3 Dorn's Blades. This works, like the Doran's Blades on like Yi or your ADC work right now, just because that's really popular right now in the meta. Especially on something like MF, they're able to just sit in lane and just keep regenning. And ADCs right now, all you need to do is just be able to go ahead and regen a little bit here. Darius is going to go ahead and come in and try to snipe it, able to get it. But it looks like Flambeau A should be able to go ahead and protect the Rift Herald Soul there and keep them off. All right, pretty soon here we're gonna see a 7-2 Yi face off against a 15-0 Yasuo. the Bloodthirster coming out here now. So this Yasuo is dealing a ton of damage. And he's healing for a ton. So that's going to be tough for them to go ahead and take down here. Ooh. Ornn just missing that engage into the wall there onto the Darius. Darius missing. So with Darius too, you can see that outside ring there. Darius really needs to focus on getting his, like, the enemy within that ring. So you can actually move while that's charging up. And that's where you're going to deal the most damage, is on that outer perimeter. If you're on the inside of that swinging circle that he does, it's not going to be much. Riven, unfortunately, just running right back into it. So that should be, bot turret is pretty close here. They have another wave here. Janna just poking away at the turret. Yasuo is now here. So, again, the way that Janna's kit works, when she shields you like that, you actually get increased attack speed as well. Then her W is a slowing mechanism. So that's going to allow this Yasuo, you shield him up, he gets some more attack speed, and if you hit your W, it slows down the enemy team as well. So going to be really impactful. And then, you know what, if you just land a Q, so if you land her tornado, then you're even better. I do think what the Yasuo should build here too is probably going to be like a static Shiv. In order to create just additional procs. He's really not going for a critical hit build, so maybe that's not the right choice. But it definitely could work. I mean, anything can work right now. As you're learning the game, the items aren't necessarily what matter. Understanding how your champion works, whether it's AP or AD ratio here, is what, you know, a small thing to work on. Same thing for CS here. So Yasuo's done a pretty good job of CSing. Darius has actually closed the gap here on Ornn. And here you can see the Forge Fire cape is up and running. So that's a pretty tanky Ornn up there as he's continuing to go. Could be going into a Frostborn Gauntlet, or could be going into a Frozen Heart too. So just going to go extra tanky, I guess. Meanwhile, the Yasuo has rotated into the mid lane here, and they should be looking to go ahead and take down this tier 2 turret. They have the damage. This Yi's got to be careful here. Going to have to use the ultimate in order to get out. Kind of waiting. See, again, right here. Take that. Take that minion. Take that minion. Ooh, Janna is just playing with her life down here, and she's going to go ahead and pay for it. Meanwhile, Darius is going to try his hands at facing off against this Yasuo here. Again, a lot of healing coming from that Bloodthirster, and I don't even think that Darius is going to be able to take him down. Yi chasing Yi down here. They're popping the ghost. Just needs the cooldown to come off of his Q. Not gonna happen. Womp womp. Again, we see Ornn pushing here in the side lane. GA completed by Cho'Gath, which is relatively interesting because Cho'Gath is an AP-based champion. So in order to build this, you need to build a BF sword. So the BF sword, not going to do much. It's not going to scale with Cho'Gath's stats. That's a fun tongue twister to say here. And then it looks like he's trying to go tanky too, so he might build a Sunfire cape as well. All right, Ribbon. There you go. So when you're, for those of you that are watching, and I'll make sure that Flambeau gets this too. Riven, you want all these cooldown items. So you want to get to that 40% CDR. So that way then you can just keep using her combo just over and over and over. It's really impactful once you get it. So usually there's 2 items that are, I think, 1,100 gold that you can buy that give 10% cooldown reduction. So once you get those first 2, usually that's the time when Riven really pushes. Again, this building the Wits Ends, which you see both of these Ys have bought, makes sense if the team has AP damage. So Mordekaiser and Cho'Gath are considered your only two AP champions. You could throw Janna in there. But primarily, these are your main two. With the Rylai's Crystal here, you can see 90 plus ability power. So that's really only going to be effective against the Mordekaiser. And since the Cho'Gath isn't building AP items, you might not necessarily need to worry about this. However, the attack speed and movement speed are important. So that can help you. Again, so there's going to be the Frozen Fist upgrade there. Mordekaiser able to go ahead and bring Trundle down into the Shadow Realm here. And I think right now, if Yasuo gets in there, and Janna, as we can see, Yasuo's trying to chase down Yasuo here. Ooh, get him. There's your Q. That's it. Janna's here as well. Yi could turn that on Janna. You can easily turn that. You are an 11-3 Yi. You can go ahead and you can turn that on Janna real quick. But Janna using those boots of mobility in order to get back down to the bot lane. Meanwhile, Yasuo is almost to 20-0 here. Ooh, this could be a good team fight here. Ooh, Janna has to use the ultimate in order to try to get out. Yi going to go ahead and dive in here. The Darius does have his dunk. Dunk, Darius. Boo! Oh, wrong target to dunk. It's all right. They go ahead and get the Janna here. Don't chase. Don't chase. Just go ahead and go back to base. You're okay. You got one. So Janna using the ult or the redemption like that, and with all three of them standing in there, being on the opposite team, they actually take damage from that. So meanwhile, Ornn just up here split pushing. Trundle's sitting here working on the tower. Gonna go ahead and be able to get the first one. Trundle did go ahead and build Warmogs here. But the thing about Warmogs, and I know you can't see it with my overlay, but Trundle only has 2,800 health right now. And he needs to hit that 3,000 mark in order to be able to get the massive regen that comes with Warmogs. So you grant Warmog's Heart there. As you can see, restores 720 health every 5 seconds. So needs one more health item really to get him up over that mark. But it's going to go ahead and be the end of the game anyways. That's going to be Flambeau A, I believe, getting the victory today. Hopefully this can be used as a tutorial video, especially for Flambeau here. I know they're new, or any new school for that matter. If you're new to the game, I definitely tried to cast this in a way to where it wasn't very judgmental, I hope. But just pointing out little things that maybe they aren't aware of yet. So thank you for everybody joining today. Congrats to Flambeau A. And we will see you next week. Next week we do have a match of the week. And I am drawing a blank right now. For Varsity League of Legends, we do have one next week. And that is going to go ahead and be... No, we don't. We don't have a Week 5 League of Legends game. So if you are interested in having your match streamed, make sure that you fill out the form. And I will go ahead and get that together. I just wanted to double check.